Hello and welcome to the Sports Corner YouTube channel. It is the second match day in Group A, and after Wales' victory over Turkey before, more is on this game than ever before. It is Italy v Switzerland, and I am joined by Rowan. Hello, Rowan.
Hello, pal. How are you?
I'm doing well, mate. I'm looking forward to this game because, you know, Switzerland's my bit on the side as a big England fan. But I'm excited for the game. Nervous because Italy looked fantastic in their first game, but should we go through the lineups? Because there's only 5 minutes to go until kickoff. There's one change for the Italians, and it is at right back. Donnarumma remains in goal. Can't believe he's only 22. It's still insane.
And a free agent.
Yeah, well, he's PSG, isn't it? More than likely. Looking at the moment, which is an interesting decision. But we'll see. As it's a back four, Spinazzola, Chiellini, Bonucci, and Di Lorenzo. Florenzi, the man missing out due to injury. A midfield three of Locatelli, Jorginho, and Barella. Lorenzo Insigne, Immobile, and Domenico Berardi, that enigmatic front three that tore apart Turkey. And then the bench, it's Sirigu, Meret, Belotti, Pessina, Emerson, Chiesa, Acerbi, Cristante, Benedeschi, Raspadori, Bastone, and Rafael Toloi, which we were not expected to see because we all thought he was Brazilian. But besides that, mate, one change due to injury. What do you think of this Italian lineup?
It's too good, isn't it? It's that midfield three. We talked about it during the England Watchalong, but midfield three of Locatelli, Jorginho, and Nico Barella. It's so. I think with Italy, from probably since they won the World Cup, I feel like they've not been in a rebuild, but they have at the same time. I feel this is sort of the prime Italian. You've got your second coming of Buffon, you've got your goalkeeper, you've got your two veteran centre-halves who you can trust. That midfield three and that front three, talent is unbelievable. And I feel like they finally have come together. That 3-0 win over Turkey really said, we are here, we're not here to be messed with. And Switzerland are very structured, so it'll be interesting to see how they compete up against that front three of Insigne, Immobile, and Berardi.
Yep, and it's definitely another kind of home game for Italy as we're watching their national anthem. Always filled with passion. It's just finished now. But as we say, brilliant team. And you've got to look at that front three because they caused all sorts of problems. And Spinazzola on the left, watch him to get forward into the left wing position and provide acres of space on the left. Luckily, Chiellini and Bonucci, we saw last night, Hummels looked, as someone said on commentary, all the age of 32 when Mbappe was running at him. But
when he turned on the engine, I was just sat there crying, just going, no, Hummel, no, that's... But what a recovery challenge from him.
Yeah, indeed. But hopefully, I think the Swiss will be looking to their forward to get him behind, not Seferovic. It's the Swiss lineup, and they are going with the same team as they played in the first game. It's Jan Sommer, beloved Mönchengladbach goalkeeper. Back five, Ricardo Rodriguez, Manuel Akanji, Fabian Schär, Nico Elvedi, beloved Gladbach player, and Kevin Mbabu, who had a brilliant game last week, did Mbabu. Midfield three, Granit Xhaka, Remo Freuler, and Xherdan Shaqiri at the attacking midfield. And the front two of Haris Seferovic and a man who scored on the opening day, Breel and Bowler. Their bench looks like this. It's Mvogo, Kobel, new Dortmund player, Vidma, Zakaria, Vargas, Zuba, Sau, Fashnacht, Benito, Memedi, Gavranovic, who had a goal disallowed in the last game, and Komert. Any surprises for you? I think it's the same team as you'd expect for Switzerland.
It's the same team, but I just love that you've got our two teams at centre-half, and then Fabian Schär just slotted in between them. They're a really good team. Breel and Bowler, will come on to him very soon, but he was so energetic against Wales, and I feel like Switzerland will be severely disappointed with that previous result. So if they can go against Italy and bring a strong... If they could get a draw, it's not what they need considering Wales won. But my God, is it a big statement if you can sort of cut down this Italian side, and the Swiss have got the talent for it.
Yeah, and Wales, massive victory for them earlier today. And Switzerland threw away 2 points against the Welsh. But let's look at the man to watch, and I am so happy. It's Breel Donald and Bolo. He plays for Borussia Mönchengladbach, and I've always said, and I'll repeat, and I know the people on the channel are probably sick of me saying it, the most polarising footballer I may have ever watched in my life. He is age 24. He has played 43 games and 5 goals for the national team. He has already scored in this tournament, and he was one of the most dangerous players against Wales. And for me, that danger came when he had the ball at his feet driving and having defenders on the back foot. In the first half, he couldn't really get into the game. That second half, he made it his own and almost carried his team to victory. Slept from a set piece, but We are about to kick off, and I agree. I think Bril Donovan Bolo is in for a good game. What is your score prediction before we get into this one?
I want to back Switzerland. I really do. I just feel like Italy, it's got this thing. I'm going to go Italy. I really want to go Switzerland, but I'll go Italy 2-1. I don't think it's going to be very comfortable.
No, this is the thing. Like, I do think Italy are going to win, but what would I be if not loyal? I will go 1-1, and we should be able to sync up now. If you just, what time are you on?
I've just refreshed, so give me 2 seconds. Here we go. I'm at 25.
26, 7, 8. Pause for like 1 second, maybe, and I should be all right then. Because it is a free kick, and it's Xherdan Shaqiri. We said earlier, and I'll talk to you about it soon, Ron, about the deliveries of the Swiss players. Shaqiri puts it in, and look, I just made it commentator's curse. But yeah, we talk about set pieces. How important do you think that'll be for Switzerland tonight? Because Italy a better side, Switzerland a good footballing side, but do you think set pieces might be the key to victory? Because they did score from a corner in their first game. About
to say you've got, with a back five, you are giving your best opportunity from set piece with 5 defenders who, them 3 centre-half, Shah, Akanji, and Elvedi, all good in the air. They could easily win ahead. You're coming up against Chiellini and Bonucci, who are resilient defenders. But again, all it takes is one. I think if Switzerland get this first goal, they could really control the pace of the game. And I really want them to score first, because I think it means Italy will go forward a lot more and a lot quicker. So it's...
Yes. Are you looking at Granit Xhaka's new trim?
Now, was that there for the first game?
No. He got it this week.
Jesus Christ.
He has. He is the new blonde bombshell in the middle of the Swiss midfield. But I think one of the interesting matchups that I've got to pick out is that 3 attackers versus 3 centre-backs. So they're not outnumbered when it comes to the centre-backs. And it'll be down to the wing-backs of Switzerland to stop the overlaps. But Domenico Berardi, one of the men who was on target in the first game, and it's a brilliant recovery tackle. It's the
Look at him. The thing is, he's so noticeable now as well. Chris mentioned it, but just got a couple of comments. Kyle says hello, Kyle, and Rowan saying with Chris. Hello. Chris, the best national anthem, Italy.
Oh,
yep. I think the past passion.
If we're talking about the people singing it, definitely they are definitely the ones that give it the most welly, because they. I remember last week I don't know if you saw the photo. I think it's Bonucci screaming, and the kid in front of him holding his ears, and it's everyone else is passionate. But,
it's incredible.
It is good. It is good.
Chris Insigne is his captain. Them two have also left their predictions. Chris has gone 2-0 Italy, and Kyle has also gone 3-1 Italy. So they both got Italy and a 2-goal swing. We've got to have some Swiss love.
Yeah, then again, I was going to say, in the first game, it's one of them where I think a lot of people did back Switzerland, and they should have won that game. And it's one of them opportunities where, looking back now, because of Wales' result earlier in the day, it leaves Switzerland on the back burner. They are ahead of Turkey still, and a win on the final day and 4 points will likely get them through, be it either third or second. But as you said, any point tonight for me is a bonus for Switzerland.
100%. I think a draw is an incredible result against the Italy side. A win is even better. We've seen it the starting opening sort of 5 minutes. Switzerland really dictating play. I would say they've enjoyed way more of the possession, not allowed Italy to get the ball. We only saw it once with Berardi, and we saw the blonde bombshell make an incredible challenge that we could see Switzerland really control this game. And I'm sure both of us are very hoping that very deeply.
Well, the thing is with this is we saw against Wales, they held possession for long periods in that game, and that's kind of the way they played against Wales. I think Wales ended like 35% possession or something stupid.
Yeah.
But they didn't get the win. And today it might be more of the same. They may be able to dominate the ball for long periods. But you look at that counter-attack that Italy can create with Berardi, Insigne, Immobile, so much free-flowing movement between the front three that it could cause problems for this Switzerland side. But we'll see if they can do anything with the possession, as I think that is Fabian Schär going in on Immobile, who's my captain, by the way.
Oh, I had Lewandowski and I forgot to change him, so I'm in the mud. Right, this also may have happened and I haven't noticed. Has Akanji gone blonde as well? He has.
He has. Look at this.
Oh my God. I'm loving it.
He's not gone full blonde. He's kind of gone frosted tips.
Yeah.
Even though
Well,
when you're
you don't have as
bald,
much hair.
when you kind of are bald, you're just painting your dome. That's all you're doing.
Lads, don't need any bleach. Get me a slick of paint from B&Q class.
Literally, they definitely had the colour chart up, and it's like, unfortunately this
I'll
one's on
blonde.
sale. Yeah,
It's one of them tester pots.
yeah, and Mbabu's done the opposite. He goes like the bottom of his hair is more blonde, and he just goes darker towards the top.
What they did was they had a spare amount of paint at the bottom of the tin.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Kevin, come here. Dip your fringes.
And I know, obviously, I think most of us have watched every single game of the Euros, I'm pretty confident, and in that first game, but I'll stop for a minute because Insigne looks over the top for Locatelli. He heads it in to the grateful hands of Jan Sommer. And Mbabu impressed me in the last game. I don't know if you did watch it.
I caught half and half. The thing is, like, some of the more important like games, like Turkey-Wales, completely missed. I was out, I was in, I was doing a lot of stuff. But yeah, Kevin Mbabu he was one of the finest right backs this year in the Bundesliga, and I think the entire defences are.
He's offside. He has to be, Miles. Yeah. It's a
it's
late flag. I don't like it.
I know. And when we had it with the France game with Mbappe, we had it today with Poyampolo.
Yeah.
As well.
I mean,
it slowed the pace.
Poyampolo's was tight.
It was very tight.
And I tell you what, good lad Poyampolo, because everyone rants and raves about Pookie. And I remember you were doing Watchalong, and I said, Poyampolo's the one we should be talking about. He's class.
Timu Pookie, politely, was shit.
He
was poor.
I know. And I know, because obviously you have to listen to the commentary, and it was awful. It was Martin Keown on commentary. And he kept going, oh, it's because he's been out of football for so long. And that might be a determining factor, but it's like he hasn't been good enough this tournament. And unfortunately, if they would have got a point today, that could have secured them in the next round as well.
Yeah, and Russia didn't look at their best, but I think there was something better than that performance against Belgium. I think the midfield Golovin and Miranchuk had a really solid game.
Yeah, unfortunately, that was one of them where I did watch, but I was a bit like, I wasn't really watching it. It was kind of, because not that it was a bad game. Well, it was a bad game. I've got to admit, I didn't enjoy it at all. It just felt like Russia were more than happy to just have the one and just keep passing it around. And Finland didn't really seem to want to get the point in the end. And it just seemed two teams that I think we've mentioned, me and Josh, when we were on a watch, very pedestrian from both sides earlier today.
Yeah, I mean, the game was that boring that we started talking about how you would live in Monaco. It's incredible.
Oh, I'd love to.
No. Like what you need to do. You have to have £500,000 in a bank account, and you basically go to the bank, and they hold it for you.
Until you're not.
No, they hold it for you. You're not allowed to touch it. It's basically. It's the thing of like, well, if you want to live here, you have to prove that you've got enough and this amount of money. You also have to make sure that you are already living somewhere. His footwork's incredible.
Yeah, it was one of them where it was kind of really nitty-gritty on the edge of the box. There are lots of mistakes, and it will come back into the box. It'll be cleared by Fabian Schär towards the back post. It's Insigne, who was dangerous in the first game. But as you can see, Switzerland, plenty of men behind the ball.
Yeah. It's the beauty of the five at the back, and also with Granit Xhaka there as well, ruling that midfield.
Go on.
I feel like he's like Thomas Meunier. I feel like he's not that good in club football, but whack him in his international shirt, and he's great. Ali, raise your hand, Bash.
Yes. And by the way, if no one's seen, Iran are into the next stage of the World Cup qualifiers. Congratulations. And it was a goal from sexy Sardar Azmoun that got it in there as well. Couldn't believe it.
They beat Iraq. Oh,
they did 1-0, and that was enough because whoever won that game was going through top of the group, and it was the boys. And Sierra Leone have made it as well. So congratulations, Sierra Leone.
And Australia did. They went unbeaten. Harry Souttar with a header.
Yeah, is that Stoke centre half?
Yeah.
He's a huge lanky boy, yeah. I was going to say, and speaking of huge, that could have been a huge moment in the game there. It was unfortunately not, and this is where I think they might look to play, and they've released Mbolo over the top against Chiellini, and he'll drive at him, and this was where he was brilliant in the last game, and unfortunately, Di Lorenzo gets back, but that's the ball they've got to look for, over the top behind that defence, because that back, kind of the two centre-halves and Di Lorenzo are very high up the field. We saw that in the first game.
Yeah. And they're not the quickest of them, the players, bless them. Especially up against Mbolo. I think we're going to see that a lot. The ball getting in behind. It's all to do if Mbolo can use it well.
Yeah, he's going to be the danger man. And the thing is, when Turkey played, Yilmaz wasn't going to do that. That's not really Yilmaz's game. But it's Italy coming forward. It's a nice ball into the box. It's a good header. And it's over the top by Ciro Immobile, which could have been 7 points in fantasy there. That's what I've just seen. You can change your captain, each day.
Can you?
Well, basically,
Basically,
for example, if Immobile plays today and he doesn't score, I can then captain Romelu Lukaku. But if Romelu Lukaku plays worse, then I can no longer put it back on. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so you take the risk because it's a well-run back in the midfield. But I think that was... was it Immobile coming back? No, it was Barella. My apologies.
Nico Barella. I was looking at this...
Oh, go on.
I was looking at this tournament, there's so many Inter players in there, and I didn't realise, not even just for Italy, but I feel like nearly every game I've covered has gone, that's a Serie A title, like a league winner. Well, I don't know why. It's just... In
the first round, I don't know if this was still stud, but I think it was like after 4 match days or something. In terms of clubs, Inter Milan had the highest amount of goal scorers with 3. Gladbach was second with 2.
Big up.
And Juve had -2 until Ronaldo got involved. Because Demiral and Szczesny scored own goals.
Mental,
so they were on -2. And that's a terrible giveaway from Jan Sommer. We're going to pause because they are on the edge of the box. And Manuel Akanji does very well. Well done, my friend.
There's going to be so much Swiss bias.
Oh, yeah. This is why I put them as my dark horses. I don't believe they're going to go too far, but, I'll believe in them.
Same with me with Czech Republic.
And could be a penalty, and it's Elvedi who stuck a leg out on Insigne. We'll have to see we'll have to see. As it's chipped to the back post, it will be cleared by Ricardo Rodriguez. I think that's going to take another look.
100%. I mean, normally I feel like if it was a penalty, they would have blown it up by now. Good shot.
It was a good shot, and he'll be out for a throw. I think the ref's going to stop the play, maybe.
Yeah.
No, he's waved it back in. No, it's fine. It's no pen. It was one of them where...
It's close.
Yeah, as it is actually about on the outside of the box now, and it's Insigne. Alvedi's on the floor, get up. Seriously, get up.
The thing is, that's exactly... It was me. When Hummels was facing, I was like, Hummels was facing his own net. Oh, move.
I've got to admit, as much as I am a Gladbach bias, I really am. Ginter played fantastic last night. He did really well. He wasn't the lesser of the back 3. No offence.
About we were talking about goals from our teams. I think we're on 0 because obviously we have the world's best right back in Thomas Meunier, and then we also have Mats Hummels.
Yeah, Hummels will have cancelled it out. Oh dear.
We've got a couple of comments though. Kai just says it was a good win for Wales. Played great, but don't know how they didn't win that match. 6, maybe 7-0. Turkey were crap.
They were quite bad.
Daz gave his prediction 1-1. So Daz the first one to give a positive for the Swiss. Michael Oliver is the 4th official. And then and then Louis just said, where was the watch-on from Wales? There was none of us.
I know. We've done pretty much every game, and there is a few of us that are on this channel, but believe it or not, seeing how many of the pits like people ITV and BBC employ, we've not got that much production value just yet.
We do not. I mean, the reason that I'm here, I'm loving it, is because Josh isn't around. The reason that we didn't do Turkey Wales because Josh or KD wasn't around, and there was no point me and KL doing either me doing back to back, so same with KL. So give it a rest.
It's a long time to be here as well. When you do back to back games, I remember I did England, and obviously then I went on to do Austria as well. Yeah. And it's one of them where it's amazing to watch football, but sometimes your voice can't handle it sometimes. You've got to give it a rest. And so we are missing a game. But
I was so thankful that I didn't have a watch along after Ukraine-Netherlands, because I would have been...
What a game that was. And I remember I said this, I can't remember if I put it on Twitter, I think I put it in the group. Netherlands, be it for good reasons or bad reasons, are must-watch telly. I can't tell if it's because they're going to be that bad or that good, but they're just a little bit in the middle, aren't they? As that's going to be a foul. I think it's by Shaq, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can always tell when it's Shaq because he's built a little bit like a bollard.
Yeah, he's like if an Oompa Loompa did roids. just
It's a bit harsh.
Well, he's small. He's not the tallest of players, but he's stocky.
No, yeah, he is. He is very stocky. Like if Blastoise was a bit smaller,
yeah,
a little bit like that. Like, I don't know what. I'm not good on my Pokemon. I'll be honest. Lad,
don't lie. You got a Blastoise reference in there.
Yeah, but I used to play Pokemon Go for the week. It was relevant.
Who's Blastoise evolved from?
Go
on.
Wartortle or something like that.
Oh, come on! And then who's the one before that?
Wartoise.
Oh, you were close. Squirtle.
Oh right, okay. Sorry. My apologies. Usually the names carry on with it. So if you
100%.
As Insigne again, Italy on the front foot, and that is a wayward shot. And unfortunately, as we said, the Swiss were dominating possession for the first 5 minutes. They haven't been able to get out in the last couple of minutes.
No, I think once they've cleared the ball, goes straight back to either the Italian centre halves who play such a high line, or one of them three midfielders. Fabian Schär, the only one of the centre backs not to have blown tips. So could that spell disaster for Switzerland?
Ask Scott Steiner. He knows exactly what spells disaster. Unfortunately, it's not a sacrifice. That's such a niche reference.
It's such a niche reference. They're going to be a cohesive unit. I mean, two of them with bonded tips. I might come in. I might start next season with my first Watchalong with bonded tips.
Well, you can't tell with your hair sometimes.
No,
unless, because I remember you went ginger. And I think it was because of we had to get to a certain amount of subs or something.
It was deadline day, I think.
Yeah, but no one could really tell you'd gone ginger.
If I want to do it, I need to go to a proper hairdressers and get proper bleached out and then blonded again.
Yeah, just go in and ask for the Granit Xhaka.
Yeah, and I'm sure they'll know that.
I always wondered if, because obviously sometimes I see someone's haircut and I'm like, oh, it's a nice trim that, but I can't go in and go, can I? I saw this guy on telly, you see.
So I saw that I was at the Turkish barbers down last year, 2 years ago, and I walked in and I knew what I was getting. But I saw this guy go in, and he basically just went, I don't have a clue. No, I don't have a clue. It was like this, and then the guy was a bit confused. Went, do you like David Beckham? And he went, oh yeah. I just did it. I was like,
well, this is the thing. The only person I ever know to be successful is Will when he asked for Vidal and got it perfect.
I'd like to say, you can ask the Dr. Eggman trim, and they know what you're going for.
Yeah, we're going to ask for the Vidal trim. I think that one. But anyway, back to the actual football, because, well, I will say, Chile got a 1-1 draw with Argentina the other day.
Was that Messi's free kick? And then Vargas's
well, I think he missed a penalty. Vidal missed a penalty. That's why I bring it up.
He'll wait.
If you are keeping up with Copa America, I think someone asked the other day, are we doing a Copa America watch on? It's like, we can't do this much, man. Even this is stretching it a little bit, but we'll have to see. As Insigne whips it in, or he will whip it in, don't worry, I'm not that far ahead.
I'm about to say, whips it in, what?
No, the ball's dangling around, and it is lashed in.
Oh, I've seen!
By Giorgio Chiellini. A muted reaction, because time seemed to stand still for a minute there, didn't it, Rome, when the ball was whipped in?
It was a good ball in as well, and it wasn't cleared by the defenders. And then there was just more limbs, and then Chiellini's big fat head came through and he just thumped it through with his leg. Yeah,
the captain gives Italy the lead within the first 20 minutes, and not what Switzerland would have wanted. But I do want to look at this goal, because it did seem like a bit of a melee in the box. Insigne whips it in. It is just Akanji's on the floor.
Does that hit a hand? Does that hit Chiellini's hand when he jumps up? If you look in front, if they show another replay, on Akanji's sort of right shoulder.
We'll have to look. Fair play to the centre-back. He reacts well and does leather it home. Nothing Sommer could do about it.
No. But really, it wasn't. Oh, Meg's Xhaka as well.
There is a goal check. No, there is a goal check on it. I'm not sure, because everything seems to stand still for a bit there.
I think when he jumped up, did he control it with his hand down to his leg, really? Not on purpose, obviously.
I think the rule is if it comes off your hand and does end up going in, it is disallowed. And we are still waiting at the moment. Referee does have his hands to his ear.
This could be a long check, Still being checked. I thought that was the thing. Louis
Wait
did
for the
ask,
voice.
what did you guys have for tea as well? We're going to wait and see here.
Oh, handball. Is he going to the monitor? Or is it... Wait, what?
Is no goal? Handball? He's got a point to
No
Jan
goal?
Sommer.
Yes!
Come on! Get in there!
No bias in this stream.
No.
It's
Great
back to 0-0.
defending from the boys.
Yeah, well, the thing was, Chiellini did go up. He did have his hands, to be fair. Right decision. He had his hands all over Akanji, and it does hit his hand in the build-up. And that's the right decision, I've got to admit. And what did Louis say, sorry?
And what did you guys have for tea? And he also said handball. But...
Yeah, a diced beef wrap. That's what I had for tea.
Oh, what an handball there from Shakira.
Wait, is Louis that far? Because remember, we are a minute behind.
Yeah, I don't know if he's thinking or he saw the handball. So we'll wait and see.
Well, if you remember what happened in Netherlands, Ukraine, you should know what Louis is like.
Yeah.
So
he was the one where he went, well, I feel like this game's gonna get equalised. Thank you, Louis.
I'll be honest, I stayed away from the comment section in that game. I did want to scream about how good Yarmolenko's goal was, but I just decided to stay away. And again, Yaremchuk's goal was bloody good as well.
I mean, good goals all around in that. It was just a good game.
Yeah, let off for Switzerland, though, early in this one.
Yeah. I mean, we saw it earlier on in that 2 o'clock game with the team with Finland scoring early on, not given, and then we saw the other team walk away with it. I'm not sure, but Voz's fingers crossed.
Yeah, I was going to say, unfortunately for Switzerland, they're not playing Finland. They are playing a team that, from the opening match day, was people's standout. I think Belgium were up there, but people already knew how good Belgium were. They were the number 1 ranked team in the world.
Yeah.
France looked impressive, but we knew who France were. And Italy were very impressive. I think Spain were another one that played very impressively, but didn't put the ball in the back of the net.
Great resolute defender from Sweden. Yeah, I think Italy were one of them sides where people, I think, didn't really expect to come in. I think it's a full Serie A side, isn't it? Because Locatelli, just Jorginho in the starting 11 is the only outlier. And so it is basically Serie A.
Well,
FC.
Donnarumma now.
Donnarumma now, but I mean, when he got called up, he would have been good defender. Would have been at Milan. And
yeah, they were mentioning on the opening day on the commentary. They were like about Mancini, and he has called up players that in the past wouldn't have been called up because of the team they play for. Yeah. For example, the likes of Berardi and Locatelli playing for Sassuolo in the past may have been ignored for the likes of the players that play for Juventus and Inter Milan and that sort of thing. And I think you've seen that with the likes of Berardi, who's been rewarded for his brilliant club form.
It's one thing we always talked about with England was, well, why don't they pick championship players? I think Calvin Phillips was a huge one. It's like, if you're going off form, Ivan Toney should have been a player that was picked for this tournament over a DCL. But then is the level
don't
good
you
enough?
Bloody dare.
I know he's England's number 9. But it's one of the things, and do you reward the players? Because if you probably look at the England side, how many don't play in the top 6, top 8?
Yeah, Ben White. And we've seen it more recently with Phillips, White, Cody, Mings, players such as that. But there is also some outliers, as you said. I think it was Esri Konsa, who's had a very good season for Aston Villa, could have been selected. And other players. I think we're getting better at it. As Chiellini could have gone from the man who scored the first goal. He might actually be replaced because I think he might be injured. Because he has taken the captain's armband off.
Or did it fall off?
I thought he ripped it off.
I don't know. If he comes off injured, though, that's not what you want to see. One of your leading centre-halves going off.
As Shaqiri and Insigne, probably the only 2 people at eye height in this game at 5'5".
Just like to say, we're getting a Charlie Truck Factory reunion there.
Chiellini is coming off for Francesco Serbi. He looked like he just had a tweak. And the man who puts Italy in the lead is off, and it is a Serbi. So Bonucci's lost his resident partner, but a Serbi, very good centre-half in his own right.
Centre-half. Hey, it's one thing, they've got Italy, good centre-half, Bastoni also on the bench. It'll be a big loss, though, probably one of the most vocal players in this side, and experienced.
Yeah.
But you've got a good centre-half replacing him.
Yeah, he's a real leader. I think that's one of the things that you can't deny that I think this Italy side do have, is people that can lead at the back like Bonucci and like Chiellini. And I don't think much will change in terms of their game plan. He's not a massively different centre-half to Chiellini. and I think Italy will resume control. But Switzerland, I think one problem I have with this first half is they're not threatening enough when they have the ball. They just tend to pass it around in areas that aren't going to damage Italy, and that's something they do need to work on. But if they get one chance, they'll have to put it away, I think.
As JL said, you've only got one shot and make it count, but I think Switzerland will probably have a lot more than that. Kyle did say, not that one, Kyle's happy Chiellini's coming off, so he won't score a goal.
I am never happy to see a man injured, but I am happy to see him substituted, so I can kind of say my morals aren't all skewed. But that is an unbelievable pass. And it's out to Domenico Berardi on the right, and he will drive at defenders, and it's Ricardo Rodriguez who he's up against. He's sending for a bad, and that's into the middle. And it's a simple finish for Manuel Locatelli.
Wow.
It's 1-0 to Italy, and there's no question marks over this goal. Unbelievable,
and that is lovely. That comes from that first pass in the midfield. I don't know who even played that. Who were it?
Oh, sorry. Was it Jorginho, maybe?
Whoever plays that ball to Berardi, well done. Then the Berardi drive, incredible. Lovely pace and speed. Doesn't take it directly to Rodriguez. And then that little touch fizzes it across the face of the goal. Jan Sommer's left stood still. And Locatelli puts it in the back of the net.
Yeah, nothing Sommer could do. I will say, I think Rodriguez loses his foot. And I'm trying to see who makes the pass.
Jorginho.
He is onside. It's a Kanji keeping him on.
Oh,
He's the
Manuel.
deepest of the three. And as he drives it, I think Rodriguez loses his foot in a little bit. Yeah, he goes, dives in, he bites. And it allows him to get that yard of space into the centre of the box. He's at the 6-yard line. Locatelli couldn't miss.
And it's a lovely run by Locatelli. You'll see, I don't know if you'll see it here, but he stays close with Freuler. He stays really close to him. Freuler thinks he's by him, and then he just starts in front of him. Freuler's ball watching rather than man watching, and Locatelli's wide open. Yeah,
it's one of them runs from midfield. We saw it work with Aaron Ramsey. When you make that late run into the box, you are the one that defenders don't account for. They're accompanied by the players like Immobile, like Insigne, and that runner from midfield, that extra runner, can cause all the difference. And it does, as Italy, another impressive performance within the first 25 minutes, and they fully deserve their lead.
Yeah. Switzerland have really got to go for an Amin Castle. Never mind, they don't need him. Come on, Italia. But yeah, Switzerland have got to go now, and we're seeing this a little bit, through first touch, but...
Yeah, I think the one thing is for Switzerland, they do have to, at one point, even maybe trouble Donnarumma. Whereas with Rodriguez, I mean, might trouble the security guards. That's about it. With that
it was ambitious, wasn't it? I mean, touch outside there. I mean, if he hits it on target, there's a chance it may stay. But look at Locatelli's run here. You'll just see it in the straight centre. Freuler's just caught watching the ball. Locatelli runs easy past him.
Yeah, doesn't track the run, and that's what midfield runners can do. And Italy, who impressed in the first week, haven't seemed to have lost a yard at all in this second match day so far, and Switzerland have it all to do. And I think, unfortunately, when it comes to the front two, they haven't really held up the ball well enough, which is more what I thought Seferovic would be in the team for. But it looks like Seferovic is wide left and Shaqiri's in the middle, which is a weird...
Do you think they switched to a 4-3-3 and Mbolo on the right, being on the left? But you expect Shaqiri, if any of them, to be a winger.
Yeah, it almost looks like it. But yeah, Seferovic on the left. I'm not sure what Petkovic is doing. It may work, and we may look stupid, but Rodriguez that time does deal with Barella. And in this opening 30 minutes, we've not seen much from this Swiss side, who were very impressive on match day one. Didn't pick up the result they wanted, but apart from the first 5 or so minutes, haven't really been on the ball, but they have the chance now. It's wide to Mbabu, who luckily has a yard of pace.
Keeps it in.
Does very well up against a Serbi, I think that is. Tries to put on the tricks, and it'll be a terrible ball by Shaqiri. And this is Italy's chance to counter now, which is, with the pace they've got, could prove fruitful, if I could get words out.
If he played that ball through there to Immobile, he made a lovely run. Just if you played him through there, that he's a throw and goal. But yeah, one thing I think with a lot of these sides, like Switzerland and stuff, is they will have a lot of the team will play, but then you have your outliers like Eugene and Shaqiri, who will always start, but doesn't play as many games as everyone else. And I think that's one of the problems with, like, maybe Denmark, but teams like Switzerland, where they will have a good contingent, but there'll be a couple of players who are very good, but don't play for their side, which just means they are not playing the consistent football you would want at a Euros.
Yeah, he isn't a regular starter, and I think me and Josh spoke about it the last time he played. It was like he seems to be okay with being a bit part player for Liverpool. He seems to prefer it than everything being on his shoulders like it was when he was at Stoke. He preferred his time at Bayern, and I think it was Milan as well, where he was kind of comes off the bench, no expectations. But for Switzerland, it's very different. He does start alongside other players, similar level, of course, but we've seen him like last Euros. I remember his unbelievable bicycle kick against Denmark. We see moments of pure quality from him, and that's the reason he stays in the side, is because he has that little bit extra that some players don't have, which is one thing I will say about Arnautovic for Austria. Unfortunately, he's banned for tomorrow.
What an absolute idiot.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, I seriously don't understand it. But they've got Sasha Klajic, who did not have a good game. I've got to admit, the first game against Macedonia was very poor. Yeah. And as I've got to admit, Haris Seferovic, I think he's been extremely poor in both games so far.
He has this game especially. And Bolo, I think, he's come short to take the ball and to turn and try play through Seferovic. And when sort of Embolo needs that, Seferovic hasn't been there, unfortunately, for Breel Embolo.
Yeah, and that's for some reason why I wonder, why is he out on the left? Is it a front two and they're just a little bit wider? Yeah. Which could still be the fact, because they do have three midfield men in Xhaka and Freuler and Shaqiri, who's picking up the ball now from deep. Maybe that's the plan, to get him on it and kind of drive the team forward. But a lot of width being provided by Mbabu, who, again, hasn't had a bad game. He's been one of the players that I think does look a little bit dangerous. Up against a Serbia, I think he can be dangerous as well. Yeah. Because they've tried to get him on the ball more.
He's definitely got the pace to take out a good cross. One good crossing, you have got like a Seferovic who will be good in the air, will be able to poach it. See if it maybe can get the delivery. And obviously, Mbolo scoring. It's got a header, weren't it? His goal against Wales.
Yeah, it was from a Ricardo Rodriguez corner.
Yeah. Again, imagine, I feel like it's been around for ages, Ricardo Rodriguez. Wolfsburg. And then...
He was tipped for a big move. He was tipped for a big move, and he's kind of died off. He's now at Torino. And he just seems to have lost a little bit of shine. But delivery cannot be questioned. They do have a lot of it. And I said earlier, maybe the key is set pieces. They've not had one. That's really the problem.
I think they had one corner maybe, and that was it, with Shaqiri crossed in. But
they had a free kick 30 seconds in, if
there we go. Maybe that's what we're on about. But it's one opportunity, does well to keep it in Insigne. Never mind. Never mind. Just one back
it's out, but go on, continue.
Yeah, I feel like for Switzerland, they do need just maybe one chance, and they can use that. I think it's very same with Italy, but Italy could coast this, got that one goal lead. If it goes 1-0 into the half, I think they will be very happy. I think this could be probably 2-0, 3-0 even before we go to the half, just because of the sort of the relentless pressure on the ball from Italy.
Yeah. And this, which is Immobile squaring up Shah. He does go to cut inside. Sommer does well, but it's back to Insigne. Goes for the dink to the back post, and Akanji, that time, is in the right position to clear it off the line. Well done, man.
Yeah. I love him. I absolutely love him. Good to see Kobel in the team as well.
Yeah, he is. And we talked about the amount of Swiss goalkeepers. Yeah, unfortunately, Birkin Hitz didn't make it, Rowan, unfortunately.
No. I think that would have been great. And just really shithouse from the Swiss manager. Take 5 goalkeepers and just bring Berkey and Hitz with them.
Yeah. This is Cobble. He's replacing you in just like a month's time. But we are 35 minutes in, Rowan. What's your assessment of the game so far?
Composed from Italy. When they've had the ball, they've directly gone for an attack. I think there's no waiting around from Italy. It's, okay, we've got the ball, we'll go. And as for Switzerland, I think it has been the same. They haven't tried to pass it around to create opportunities. We need to get it to Mbolo or Shaqiri.
Or neither.
Neither. Good interception. I feel like at the half, Switzerland would be quite aggravated that they haven't created as much, because once they've defended, they've had a chance to go forward, but either poor passes or just not being able to play to someone and getting dispossessed has really let them down. He's got to be offside there.
Yeah, I was going to say, but they have on occasion played the offside trap relatively well when it's come forward. We'll talk about substitutes when we get to half time, because There's one I've got in mind, which we'll talk about at half-time. But yeah, Switzerland, I've got to admit, haven't looked the best. They've had moments of safe possession, but it has been safe. And I mean, for Italy, it's these moments in the back here where they're just passing it between centre-halves and defensive midfielders. And unfortunately, they're not going to be able to threaten the goal. And Italy's press is sending them even further back. But if they can break the press, it could leave Italy exposed to maybe a 4-on-3 or a 4-on-4. And they have done now. And yeah, this is what I was talking about. And it's Shaqiri. Ball on the left to Rodriguez. He was going to make it as well. Into the field. And it's going to be a corner, which Rowan...
Come on. It's a set piece.
Come on.
Here we go. We've got three centre-halves. All can head this.
And sometimes we talk about commentators' curse. Actually, that time they did exactly what I said they should do, which is break the press from Italy and one ball into midfield. And it was 4-on-4. And this time it will be... He will. Rodriguez is out swingers, not as good as his in swingers. No. I will preface. But
look at this. We'll three centre-halves arriving.
Embolo scored ahead at Seferovic as well, a very tall player.
Yeah.
Rodriguez whips it in. It is to the centre of the box. It's actually passed out. I told you his out swingers are bad. And now they're in trouble. Is it Barella, I think? Or is it Immobile?
I think it's Immobile.
He goes wide right to Berardi. He'll take it on his left. And
good
fortunately for Switzerland, it's a good block. And now... Franga may have fell over his own feet.
He was watching the run of Seferovic, which is what he should have been doing. He just failed to pass the ball.
He did. To be fair, his swipe tackle kind of set up the next attack by making Insigne move all the way. So 6 of one, half a dozen of the other from Remo Freuler in the middle. But Switzerland, if they could grow into this and have a good end to the half, it might change the team talk from Petkovic. And that is shocking.
Granit.
From Granit Xhaka, and now they are in trouble.
Why is Elvedi so far in front?
It's a 2-on-3. Shah. And it's prodded, and it wasn't really that dangerous in the end, I was going to say. And it was Domenico Berardi who had that on his right. Oh, no, Spinazzola.
Looking at getting forward.
I was going to say, of course, the left-back's up in the opposition box. Why wouldn't he be?
And that was Nico Elvedi. No, I'm not going to say that was Nico Elvedi's fault, but because it was poor pass by Xhaka, and then because Nico Elvedi's tried to cover that and come forward, it just allows Spinazzola that space to run. Luckily, hasn't led to anything.
Yeah, I'm going to blame, and I don't usually, I'm blaming Xhaka. I think that it was just an underhit pass. Wow. I think Elvedi's expecting the pass, so he's waiting for it. And then when it's dispossessed, he's got to kind of break his neck to get back. I don't actually think he did break his neck to get back, and that's one of the problems. But I think if Xhaka's going to try them audacious balls, they've got to go like that. And he's offside there, and that's poor because he had so much space.
Yeah, I didn't think you were offside. Didn't look like it. I mean, Kyle's just said, this seems weird to me, but when I was watching the Turkey-Wales game, it felt like the match was going by slowly. But when I'm watching football and these streams together, it goes by so fast. Stop it.
You clearly didn't watch Russia-Finland when 5 minutes added time felt like I was watching a whole game. It was awful.
And the 6 minutes as well for Mario Fernandes. I was just saying, wait. It was like when I've gone 15 minutes left. Okay, we're only 13 minutes left. How has 2 minutes barely passed by?
Yeah, time flies when you're having fun, and time goes very slowly when you're watching Russia v Finland.
Yeah, it's like time goes so much quicker when a team is hunting for the win. Like, one point it'll be 85th minute and they'll go forward, and the next the ref's blowing the whistle. Because it's when that drama is sort of heating up, it just goes by so much quicker.
One of them games was Spain-Sweden for me. As much as it finished 0-0, that is a 0-0 I could have watched 10 times over. It was that good.
100%.
And this time, Switzerland have got the ball on the turn. Rodriguez and Mbabu have got forward when they have been able to and provided some nice width, but not really getting any crosses into the box.
No.
They're in trouble.
Oh, dear me, we are in trouble. Just look at the pace.
And it's
Spinazzola.
It is Spinazzola on the left. And Babu's got back. And to be fair,
good defender.
This is my thing. When Switzerland attack, they do bring forward Mbabu and Rodriguez, but it leaves them 3-on-3 with the 3 centre-halves, and it's always, every time they're countering, it's like, oh dear.
Especially against Insigne, one of the quickest players probably in this tournament.
Yeah.
If I was a centre-half, like, him and Mbappe are the two where I go, please, just stop running. Keel up, just trip over the ball.
And Italy have already scored from a corner. No Chiellini on the pitch, of course, but it was from the Insigne delivery. And he doesn't like the ball placement. He's not a fan.
Yeah. You've got to have your ball placed perfectly.
Well, to be fair, as Insigne puts it in, it should be caught by Sommer. I love him, but he's got no pressure on him there.
No. I'm about to say a rookie error. Obviously, it's not a rookie, but in terms of a lot of keepers would be catching that.
To be fair to him, he's much better at shot stopping than he is like claiming crosses, coming out, being dominant. He can do it, but he's much better when it's a one-on-one or a shot from range. He's very good with his reactions. And we saw that again against Wales, where he made a brilliant save from a Kiefer Moore header.
He's probably top 5 goalkeepers in the Bundesliga right now, I would say.
Oh, look at that. We can talk about that at half-time. We can kill time. I'm just thinking of stuff to kill.
He's got a notepad below. That is top 5 Bundesliga keepers. That's a talking point.
That's 5 minutes if I spend a minute on each keeper. Again, we could be done by half-time here, but
that's the thing.
It will be another ball in. And Ikanji wins that header.
Of course he does. It was one thing that happened. Kyle was talking about how Ireland basically being shafted due to their qualifying for like Europa League and Champions League the teams. And then I just went down a deep hole of, oh, well, why does that not work? And then Europe like the first round draw has happened. And I was looking, I was like, oh, what? And then all of a sudden, the first half had already started.
Yeah. You went down a rabbit hole and you just got lost. And that's a brilliant ball in behind. And it's a good save by Sommer. And the flag did stay down there. They tried to get the ball across the box and Sommer did well. And this is what I need from Mbolo, holding up the ball very well and earning fouls out of the pitch. And do you know who did this very well? And as much as they ended up getting beat, I've got to admit, Adam Saloy the other night, he was really good at holding the ball up and earning fouls for Hungary. Yeah. And it frustrated Portugal for 80 minutes.
That was all he did practically the entire game. And the thing is, I do feel it was onside as well. I do feel so sorry for Hungary because you contain them for so long and then the floodgates opened.
The worst thing they did was take the lead because it got disallowed and within 10 minutes there were 3-0 losers. It just escalated massively in Hungary because it was obviously the full stadium, home game in Budapest, really good atmosphere. And for 80 minutes, I thought, you know what, it might be one of them magical nights. And it was, but it was offside, unfortunately. Yeah.
And, I mean, it was a Ronaldo masterclass coming into the end, but that group, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Donnarumma. Right,
we'll talk about the groups at half-time. That's another thing we can talk about. And as Mbabu closes down Donnarumma, and that's much better from Switzerland. They are rushing Italy into a mistake, and with 2.5 minutes left to go, I can't imagine too much at a time. Not seeing an injury or anything.
Probably one. I'm surprised if they're not, but that's what Mbabu does really great. Just that press on the keeper. He's forced Donnarumma to throw in. A shame that really hasn't come to anything yet. But
no,
them fullbacks, having them fullbacks, it just makes the game, and I think some teams' game plans so much more effective. Just when you've got them fullbacks to overlap, you can sort of give yourself a bit more assurance if you're a midfielder going forward, Puatouch.
Oh, he did well, to be fair, to try and get that ball back. Unfortunately, he got a bad bounce of the ball. But I agree. I think in terms of the width that is created, it's all by But to be fair, again, Switzerland not really blessed with magical wingers, and most of them are actually on the bench. If you look at Ruben Vargas is on the bench and stuff like that, he's an out-and-out winger. So if they do want to change the system, but it allows... Go on.
When you don't play wingers as well, having to adapt to that with maybe not the most experienced wingers in a Switzerland setup would be very hard to change. You'd have to set it up in the Nations League if you really wanted to implement that for a big tournament.
Yeah, I think they're so reliant on the 5 because they have got very good defenders. To be fair to Switzerland, they do have really good defenders, and they're kind of pigeonholed into playing this because a lot of their talent is in central areas, and Shaqiri can play out wide, but for Switzerland, he's very well and truly an attacking midfielder or one of the midfield 3.
I thought Rodriguez was keeping that in there. He said he's let it go out for a throw-in.
Yeah, are you on 44.15?
I think I might be ahead because I buffered heavily.
Okay,
what's your time on?
44.20, 21.
You thought 22 ahead, but we'll sort it out at half-time.
We will. as Imbolo looks to roll the serve. He's got a handful of shirt, referee. Can we have that, please? Jesus,
I hope he took a mental note of that.
I was going to say, referee, that was inside the box. Look back at this. He does have a fistful of shirt,
He does.
as does Imbolo. So I'm actually going to I'm going to note that down as a 50-50 to begin with.
I didn't realise how jacked he was. I did not realise how
pause for
jacked.
2 seconds. Go on, I'll pause just so we can get more level.
Oh, you hero. I didn't realise how jacked Embolo was.
Oh, yeah. He's got really good upper body strength. He did really well against Wales. I remember a ball was drilled into him and he held it up, rolled it to Seferovic. I don't know how Seferovic skied it. It was like about 5-6 yards out. Well, no, Seferovic is brill in the Liga NOS. However, since he's not really lit it up this tournament, as we could say that about a few like players who we've been like, they're the star men. Robert Lewandowski the other day just wasn't really, and he's just not got the talent that he has at club level, unfortunately.
And it was like on Twitter, it was bad to see because people were going, "Look at that Lewandowski! I don't even know how he's been nominated for a Ballon d'Or."
Yeah,
and that's the one thing that sometimes screws players like a Lewandowski. This could be a counter-attack opportunity.
It could. Insigne is one-on-one, and I'll tell you what, credit to Shaqiri, who's back there doing his defensive duties, and I think it was 2 minutes additional time with which we are through nearly a minute now. We will be at a minute soon.
Like on Twitter and things, you say, "Oh, how was he nominated for Ballon d'Or?" But it's like you've got to appreciate that he has just broken Gomola's record, more importantly. But it's the same as saying, "Oh, I'm trying to think of a real like Ahmed Benali."
Oh,
Babu.
No, Di Lorenzo really mugs off Seferovic there.
Severely
mugs him off.
Dear me.
What second? I'll get level.
125, 6, 7, 8, 9.
There we go.
30.
We're not level. So
here we go.
Di Lorenzo does some really nice.
He's so proud of himself as well.
Did you see that smirk on his face as well when he proper rolled him there? Yeah.
Thing is, if I was a footballer, I'd smile too much and laugh. I think I'd be the worst. Just because, if I missed a kick, I'd laugh about it.
It does happen sometimes when you do, not even at the top level. I know, like when we've played before, and you've got that one guy on the pitch when Nut makes someone go shut them, and then he just riles people up because that's what. I did it a few times. Trust me.
You were definitely a shithouse player. 100%.
Yes, unbelievable. I remember we were 3-2 up once, and I went to take the throw in. But it wasn't our throw-in, so I just threw it behind my head instead by accident. Went, oh, sorry, lads, I didn't mean to.
What a twat.
I know.
Is what you were.
I was awful. But that is half-time. It's 1-0. Italy lead Switzerland. And I've got to admit, Italy, more than worthy leaders in this game, Rowan.
Yeah, Switzerland haven't tested them. I think Seferovic has been invisible.
Yeah.
He really hasn't. And Bolo's tried to create some stuff, but not as much as the Wales game. Obviously, two different opponents. I think the defenders haven't had actually that bad of a game. I think Elvedi, Shah, and Akanji have both cleared. Well, it's just, I think, in them situations, especially on the counter, like as you said, when them fullbacks push up, you're not going to trust them three to really be able to track back and have the pace, and then to get structurally safe and sound for a square or a cross or something. That is one of the big weaknesses of any team that will come up against Italy, is the pace of Insigne, Berardi. Even we saw it with bloody Spinazzola. And then that's one where if you commit men forward, Italy will make you pay to get the ball back.
Yeah, I think the most success for Switzerland has been when they've allowed Mbabu and Rodriguez to get involved in the game, and they've been in acres of space on the wings, because you've got to look at Mbabu and Spinazzola. He is the left back, but he will get really far forward. And if Switzerland can expose that with Mbabu, but the problem is when they lose the ball, as you mentioned, it's really a 3-on-3, and it's a foot race. And there's been plenty of times where a bit better decision making, a bit more accuracy from Italy in the final third, and Switzerland are exposed if they make the right pass. And Immobile's made some brilliant runs in behind that hasn't quite been reached, and good offside trap by Switzerland. But in the second half, I think they've got to look to trying to get the fullbacks involved a little bit more, because there's nothing through the middle. at the moment,
No.
and that's maybe one of the changes that they'll look to is try and get someone in the middle that can pick up pockets of space, so the defenders aren't having to pass it between themselves for 5 or so minutes straight. But I think you've got you put the screen.
I didn't
up
mean
there
to.
for a
I just
moment.
had it there just in case. I had to recreate it though.
I thought you was doing it to like, come on, Kieran, take it next. So put the screen up, bro. Put the screen up.
There we go. Boom.
There we go. Italy, much the better team in that first half. The team that are in control. Any subs?
Really, no changes. I don't think really need to be made. Them front three don't look tired. Don't look like they're a step off the game. Same with that midfield three. You're very aware passing has been complete, and the defense obviously saw that one change with Chiellini coming off for Acerbi. But apart from that, don't see anyone. Maybe a Chiesa for Berardi possibly is just a fitness thing, but not yet. Not of the half, and not till later on in the game for sure. Especially with the wingers.
Yeah, I think it's one of them where we saw in the first game, Italy will bring players on, or I think they'll be more influenced to bring players on if they take a 2-0, 3-0 lead. And then they'll start bringing on the likes of Belotti, get him some minutes, bring on Chiesa, bring on Bernardeschi, and maybe even bring on Cristante if you want to or whatever. Yeah. But I think they don't need to make any sort of changes right now because they've not looked troubled. They look another team that has been calm as can be in that first half.
Exactly. And they have got Champions League winner Emerson on the bench. So
They do. And to be fair, you can see with all the, I'll put inverted commas, left backs they've taken, none of them are really best at being a defensive left back. Even Emerson, I prefer him in a wing back role, and Spinazzola is more of a left midfielder. So you can see that what Roberto Mancini is going to do, but so far it's been absolutely perfect from the players that fit the system. As for Switzerland, I told you that I was thinking about a change, and I've got to admit, bring on Gavranovic for Seferovic. We saw the impact he could make. He had a fleeting appearance in the game against Wales, and he was caught offside about 7 times, but one time he's going to get the run right, and he might be in the right position at the right time. So for me, that's the one change I'm like, definitely needs to happen sooner rather than later, is Gavranovic for Seferovic. Anything you see of like an urgent change, or do you think give it 15, then make changes?
I think I agree with your strike change. Take off Seferovic, bring on Gavranovic for sure. Gavranovic, I think, will have that, not momentum because he didn't score, but he technically did, and I feel like he may complement him a little bit better. For me, it was Denis Zakaria for Remo Freuler. I think Freuler has been quite, and this isn't even a Gladbach bias. I was going to say Stefan Zuber, but or Steven Zuber, but yeah, I think Remo Freuler hasn't been on it today. Obviously, we know Zakaria can do both, and I think Freuler has tried to do that, but his passes have not been good. I think he's probably given away the most out of any player on the pitch, as we do lose Kale. For just a second, I think Freuler's given the ball away the most out of anyone on the pitch. And I feel and hasn't really given much going forward. Whereas Denis Zakaria, especially with his work rate and also his defensive ability, I think he could bring something a bit better than Remo Freuler. Now, we didn't actually talk about this, but a very interesting stat from all their previous games is in their head-to-head, the last time that these two sides faced each other, ended in a 1-1 draw, and the past 3 games have all ended in a draw, which is incredible. So the draw stats, I think the last one went to, I think, an Italy win, and that was a long, long time ago. They also will face each other in the World Cup qualifying. They are in the same group in late September. We talked about this one. Briel Donald Imbol, obviously, plays for Switzerland. Borussia Mönchengladbach player, 24 years of old. Now, the stats won't do him justice. 43 games, only 5 goals. But my God, that performance against Wales really made him a man to look out for. He's already also scored in the tournament against them, and he caused Wales so many problems that he really has got to be a guy that they look at, sort of bring him back into the game. Hello. Could see, I need to remember the cameras there. But should we have a look at the fantasy football? As we might have a KL back. Look at fantasy football, though, for me, more importantly, because we have got KL there. Hello.
Is my audio okay?
It's perfect.
Thank the Lord. No idea, but it's okay. We're back.
We all good?
Yeah, maybe. I'll probably drop out in 10 minutes just cause.
Nah, it's okay. We're all good. I was talking about my fantasy because today I've had 3 players play. Jan Sommer, obviously currently still playing, not that already conceded. Burak Yilmaz got 1 point, and Golovin got 3.
Yeah.
So it's not been really a successful day from the NWO.
No. Unfortunately, I had Golovin as well, so he got 3. I had Fredecki. He got 2 just for playing because I didn't put him in last week when he got 13, fuming. But I may switch him out for Kasper Schmeichel, but I think Belgium might score more, so I might just leave it. And in this game, I don't think I've got anyone. I think I took Elvedi and dropped him to the bench because I was worried about Italy.
Yeah, I looked at your bench and you've just got a full Gladbach bench, basically.
Oh, yeah, it's Falcon and the Ginter Soldier.
It's incredible. It's an incredible name. And Mammy started a couple of comments as well. It was just Kyle promoting everything, as he does. But should we have a look at what's coming up on the channel? Well,
yeah,
Kyle, take us through it.
I'm excited.
So we have Finland, Russia. There's not much to say. A bit of a boring game. Italy, Switzerland going on right now. 1-0 to Italy as it stands. And then Denmark, Belgium with Josh. That's a 10-5. And I mean, if Denmark get a win, it's a tough ask. But if Denmark do get a win, that group becomes very, very open. Netherlands versus Austria with KL at 10-8. You get to watch Lena in action. And back on the HGs at 5-2 with Sweden versus Slovakia. And now I heard some weird crackling. I don't know if it's you or the video. If it is, put your headphones back in because your headphones were working last time, if you can. Because just a little bit crackling, but the headphones were working. Absolutely perfect. B4. I had an okay match day 1. I don't think I talked about it. I got 58 points because I backed the Dortmund fullbacks. Yeah, all good. No crackling.
Yeah, I think it's because when I take out the headphones, the PlayStation, which I'm watching the game on, is right behind.
It's like, also, do you know when we were in the studio? Do you know when we're in the studio and you'd have your phone too close to the mic?
Yeah, that was always a bizarre kind of situation, wasn't it? But I do miss the studio. We were saying the other day, like, this is the moment where I wish, 1, we had the studio, and 2, just wish that for the Euros we could be in the same room. It'd just be so much easier than having to rely on... No, StreamYard's brilliant. It's not StreamYard. But like you have to rely on everyone's internet.
Stuff.
You have to rely on StreamYard. Sometimes, it doesn't always work as much as you'd like it to.
No.
And Streamlabs and all that. You've got to rely on technology, which can be up and down, up and down.
Yeah. It was yesterday, or the day before I was finishing some uni work. And for it, I went back and looked on the channel. The uni work, by the way, was due at 12 lunchtime.
Wait,
I submitted it
we
around
had uni work?
I got an extension. I submitted it at 8 a.m. Rowan had not been to sleep. He got distracted. Halfway through the work, I ended up watching Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, good
if
film.
that doesn't explain, it's a real good film. But if that doesn't explain it, but I was watching the old podcasts. They were so fun. We had such a laugh in it. Like the football, listening to it, the football portion was great. And when we did the quiz, the proper competitiveness of all of us came out. I think we could bring the podcast back if it was in the studio. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe next year, because obviously God knows what life's going to be like.
Who knows?
Yeah, we won't get into all the politics. I can't be bothered about like what's going to be
you're
available.
Vaccinated. You're halfway through.
I'm halfway there. Not that it matters. Can't do anything different to anybody else.
He's just sticking to everyone. The magnets.
Yeah. It's like you still can't do anything anyway.
You can't.
To be fair, my reception's got better. I'm now 5G, so screw everyone else.
I'd say nothing has changed for me. I'm exactly the same as I was before.
Everyone can track you now, though, because they've got implants on there. Like,
when I went, they pinned me down and shoved a thing in like my wrist.
I don't know what it was. I was a red flashy dot on a screen. I don't know why. I don't know what. But no.
I went up and they said, "You're not allergic to wires, are you?" And I went, "What? We're just joking with Jay." As he's stabbing me with them.
Right. 5 best goalkeepers in the Bundesliga. I've
Oh,
been
I
thinking
won't
about
even
it.
think. Go, you go first, then let me think.
Well, Neuer's number 1.
Yeah.
Neuer's obviously number 1. And then the worst part about the Bundesliga, as in the actual league itself, there's a clear 1, and then there's like 5 or 6 interchangeable. Like, you can't say Pavlenka because he's out the league. You've got Sommer, Trapp, Hradetsky, Cobble, Ortega, who's absolutely class.
We'll talk about last season because obviously we can't include the promoted teams. It's got to be Neuer first.
Galachi, sorry, just mentioned another one that could be in there.
Former Hull set.
Legend.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, so Neuer's got to be number 1.
Yeah.
Neuer has got to be. We'll look at table order. Galaxy, I think he may be top 5, but I don't think he's second.
No, I don't think he's second.
Maybe 5th.
No,
I think he's made quite a couple of errors.
Yeah,
That should have stopped.
Galaxy has up and down moments because it was against Portugal where I was like, oh, that's an incredible save.
Yeah.
And then he also I remember seeing him play some games. He just has flappy wrists sometimes.
He doesn't have strong wrists. And then, I mean, Dortmund, we're not talking about the 2 starters in Hitzenberger, Kobel, but is he top 5 yet? It's one of them ones. Wolfsburg,
Casteels, yeah, good player.
Good goalkeeper. Frankfurt, Trapp, Leverkusen, Hradecki, Union, Karius.
No, it's not Karius, is
not
it?
Karius. It's is it not Luth?
No.
Who is it?
What's his name?
Who's Union's keeper?
I don't know. He's a good player.
Squad. Luth, Busk, and Karius. Must have been Karius.
No, he didn't play. Karius didn't play.
Must have been Andreas Luth then.
Yeah, it was Luth. It wasn't Karius. I know because I remember watching him playing.
Bless him. You love Karius as well.
I hate Union though.
You can't say not to get too personal. No, unfortunately, we don't own our own studio, but at university we use that. If you go back on the original some of the first YouTube channels, you will see the studio.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And you see above our heads as well.
Yeah, you wouldn't have. Some of you who've joined during the Watchalong era wouldn't have seen. And I tell you what, you might have to call me the Oracle because I'm pretty sure I've just seen Gavranovic on the bench and he's stripped and ready. I'm not confident. Oh, that's terrible. That's Gavranovic, that. Thank God.
There he is.
Thank you, Petkovic, lad. Thank the Lord.
He's urgent. He's actually watching. One of his assistant coaches got us on. And now and he's actually got a point. He's saying, yeah, but I've got Robin Zentner as my top 5 keepers, so come on, lads.
They're going, do you remember him in studio? It was good, that, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, great. Do you remember we did the quiz? It was like Christmas. He got the Tom Carroll thing.
Seferovic is off. Seferovic is off. Gavranovic is on. Thank the Lord.
Do you remember when he gave the Tom Carroll quiz?
I remember the Jared Bowen. Mike Dean as well was one of them.
Mike Dean. You'll never guess what I'm ordering as well tonight or tomorrow.
Go on.
The Dortmund shirt from last year with tickets on the back. I don't get players on the back, but it might be the best ever £9 I'm ever going to spend to get tickets on the back.
Wait, £9 for the shirt?
Oh no, the shirt's on cheap. It's £26.
Oh,
but then I spend £9 to get tickets on the back.
That's fine. No, that's fine. I thought it was an absolute bargain. £9 for a shirt. I tell you, classic football shirts could get Zambia away. For that. Zambia away.
Get Dakar as well. I was looking at classic football shirts the other day.
They're great, aren't they?
Someone loved them. What time are you on, by
there? 45, 26, 27, 28.
25, 26,
okay, I'll pause.
28, 29, 30, 31, 32.
Yeah, we're fine.
Dub. Right,
I think we're relatively close. As Ricardo Rodriguez is standing over the corner. He's not as good as the outswingers, Rowan.
He really is. They need to put a right footer on it.
And that's just a poor header from, I think, Nico Elvedi. I would rather a right-footed taker, but in terms of right-footed takers, set-piece takers, unless maybe Remo Freuler, because if you look like Shaq's left-footed, Xhaka's left-footed, Rodriguez is left-footed. But then you want to keep set-piece takers are left-footed.
Yeah, but then maybe Mbolo, but you want to keep Mbolo in the box.
Oh, Donnarumma's been a bit nervy there, and he will get the ball out in the end, and it's good passing from Italy, but good tackle by the blonde bombshell.
Oh, look at him. He
Brilliant.
does look good when he suits it. I'm jealous. I think I might return with bleach blonde hair just because I can.
What's
You
happening?
know what I mean?
Well, that's a brilliant interception again by the blonde. Maybe it's like Samson when he changes his hair. He's an absolute beast. Because I obviously used to have long hair, and I worried that if I got rid of it, that me goal scoring ability would disappear. It didn't. It didn't. But then the season after it did, so maybe it was like delayed symptoms of the hair.
When a wrestler returns with short hair.
Yeah.
And it's he's a bad guy now. That was KL with his goal scoring ability.
Oh yeah, when Sasha came back with blue hair, that just means bad. If you've got blue hair, it just means bad. There was a guy called the Blue Meanie. Do you know what I mean? Come on.
Oh man, I looked like the prime Blue Meanie the other day. I don't like it was the way for some reason something happened. Oh, I had a blue hat on and I looked like prime Blue Meanie.
Did JBL get into an actual fist fight with you for no reason?
As soon as I put the beanie on, he came and punched my door open.
As that's a good ball into the back post by Mbabu, and it will go out to the opposite side, and it will be Ricardo Rodriguez that'll pick it up. Much better by Switzerland, but they did have a good start to the first half, first 5 or so minutes, and it looks like they've come out in the second, and they do look a lot better with Gavranovic. I've got to admit, they do threaten him behind for once.
I don't know. I think there's just an aura about the side now that he's on the pitch, that sort of confidence to go forward, and we're seeing it again.
Mbolo and Acerbi have been going at it from the earlier moments since he's been on the pitch, really. And
he looks so sad.
Unfortunately, Acerbi does get the better of Mbolo there. Both, to be fair, I think they both got a fistful of each other's shirt. I don't think it's anything like, malicious, I've got to admit.
Yeah, I don't think there's really anything in it, but I suppose Mbolo's pulling the shirt down.
And Gavranovic's first impact is getting yellow carded.
Jesus.
For a
so early on as well.
Yeah, for a tackle on Bonucci. It's one of them where he thinks he can get there first and he just follows through on the tackle. And he's done something in the game. It's more than Seferovic did. He's got hooked.
He's actually got in and involved with each other.
It's just a little late. It's nothing terrible.
I don't want to say for his first challenge, it's not a yellow.
Yeah, Bonucci's hobbling still. But
he'll look at him playing up to the camera.
It's going to take more than that to knock Bonucci out a game. He's one of them players that's got old-fashioned warrior spirit. I've got to admit, like Chiellini, they will. I feel like, Terry Butcher with the bandage around the head? I feel that's them too. Like they 100%. Will bleed and they won't care.
It's equal. They genuinely could go down and say you have to be stretchered off, and they'll get off the stretcher and start running.
Yeah, probably not the best we say that when Chiellini's been subbed off with an injury.
Very true.
Maybe just Bonucci.
Just Bonucci. Fairness, Chiellini didn't look like he was like in visible pain. Probably would have carried on if he wasn't as old as he is, in terms of he's not got many years left in his career. He will want to sort of save his body.
I think it was a muscular injury. It didn't look like it was in like a tackle or anything like that. It's a coming together. Xhaka's asking for VAR here for a possible.
He loves it, doesn't he? He's such a shithouse. He did it earlier with the handball for Chiellini's goal.
No, it's nothing. It's just I don't even know what that is.
I thought it was a poor foul by Thingy, not Berardi.
Shah got the ball, but then I don't know what it is. I think it might be a free kick to Switzerland, but it's one of them where I wouldn't be surprised if that was given either way or neither way. I think it should have just been a throw-in.
Drop ball. Just give it a drop ball.
Yeah,
or a free kick.
Or a throw-in or anything. But
I mean, Calderas, do you guys prefer a stadium whose crowd is close to the pitch or a space? Now, I'm gonna hate people because I know most people prefer things. I prefer it with a space.
I'm close.
You're close. In terms of, I'll explain the reasoning. I don't like it.
Not right now, because there's a ball on the right-hand side and Berardi is in acres of space. There's a run in the middle and it's poor, and Ricardo Rodriguez will intercept it. I didn't want to cut you off, but he was in absolute acres, and they're coming forward again. It's on the outside to Locatelli, who could get his second of the game, and he will! He will leather it into the bottom right-hand corner, and Manuel Locatelli has a brace.
What a finish. Spots that bottom right. Sommer, again, left, stood watching.
Yeah. And
a shame.
in the first game, Josh had Locatelli as his ones to watch. He didn't have his greatest game, but today he has been the talisman from the midfield. It was his late run into the box that made it 1-0, and now a strike from the edge, which it's such a good finish. They were coming forward. They did look dangerous, but he was laid off to him on the edge. You could see him eyeing up the shot, and he hits it into the opposite right-hand corner, and it's hit as sweet as you like from the Sassuolo midfielder.
Such a shame. I feel like Switzerland could have got back into this game at 1-0, but 2-0. It's going to be a tough ask. We saw Ukraine nearly do it.
Yeah, I just think this Italy side looked too comfortable. And this is a really, really impressive performance from the Italians again. And again, as much as Switzerland had the better of the first 5 minutes, Italy, one break. And look, it's one of them. Sommer could do nothing about it. No. Someone should get out quicker and close him down, in my opinion. But besides that, it's a wonderful finish into the bottom corner. And she looks distraught, honestly.
Yeah.
Tears in her eyes.
Again, you're somehow ahead of me, so I'm just going to go for 2 seconds while I get something that might put me here. I think, she's going to cry. Do
you want me to just pause again? I can just pause.
No, because we paused, didn't we? And you still somehow ended ahead of me.
I'll pause.
Right.
Go on, what you want?
52, 38, 39, 40.
Oh, am I that far
1.
ahead?
How far are you ahead?
Well, keep talking, so...
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. I've had to say...
I don't know how you got so far behind, and that should have been a foul by Momo Akanji.
Oh, no, he can't do anything wrong.
And this puts a lot of pressure on that final group game between Switzerland and Turkey. Switzerland have to win that game, or it's another disappointing tournament from them.
And this is a team that should probably get out. Not get out, not guaranteed, but they've got quality.
I think they should.
Positions. Yeah. And I know that sometimes, like, Wales have got an okay team.
They're in again.
God, the floodgates.
No, Akanji does really well. And Elvedi's over there, and I think he's won a throw-in, so that's good defending by the Gladbach centre-half, but do continue.
The floodgates just seem like they could open. Look at that Locatelli. 2 attempts, 2 on target, 2 goals.
Well, to be fair,
fire.
He's not going to be shooting much, but when he does, he's made sure that they count, and it's an unbelievable second goal. It's really nice finish, and I'm not sure what this is. I think the ref's moaning that Mbappe's gone too far forward, As it does kind of look, I think that will take the wind out of Switzerland's sails. I really do.
Get 1 goal before the 65th, 70th, and don't concede, and there's still a bit of hope there. I mean, with 35 minutes left, looking the best.
I think if they don't get out of this group, I think Petkovic has to go, in my opinion. I think this team has to get out of the group. And also, the game against Wales should have been a win. I think they can beat Turkey. Turkey have been really poor, and they don't really have much to play for. 3 points might be enough, but we never know. And if Switzerland win 4 points, probably will be enough to get them through. But now, I guess if you're Switzerland, you don't want to be getting beat by 3 or 4 or anything like that, because goal difference may come into effect, and you may finish 3rd because of it if Wales are, next week.
Is it goal difference or is it head-to-head? Because I was looking.
I heard earlier and it was head-to-head.
Yeah, because I was looking at the Russia one, and Russia were ahead of Finland, but Russia had the worst goal difference, as that's a good ball on the wing. He is onside as well.
Yeah, it's head-to-head.
Yeah, which, if I'm correct, I don't know how it would work if in that group Denmark beat Belgium and then the other games end a draw.
I was going to say the same, to be fair. If Switzerland and Wales both end on 4 points, it ended a draw. So I'm guessing it'd go straight to goal difference.
And then in terms of the same home goals.
This is why I'm saying for Switzerland now. That's why I said they kind of need to make sure that the floodgates don't open in this game, because it could be more detrimental than they think because of whatever happens in the next match day. But they'll still think they've got a chance.
Yeah.
In this one, the game isn't fully out of the sight just yet, but the Italians look in cruise control.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think this is an Italian win. I hope they prove me wrong, but I feel like Gavrinovic has been a little bit scared. As soon as he got that yellow so early, that he's not rushing to get a ball, and I don't know whether that's just laziness or Kanji, mate.
No, he's all right. He's not done out. He's not done out.
I've already had one Dortmund centre half have a poor performance. I can't have another.
No, yeah, not that I told you. Like Akanji's all right. He's not half bad, but this Switzerland side for me have got to do much better. They were much better than Wales, and they ended up drawing. But they just haven't got it going to. And this Italy side do look a different beast. We can't as much as Stefan Zuba and Vidma. I think Vidma. They might be going 4 at the back then, because Vidma is a more defensively sound player. As Zuba comes on for Shah, it is just Elvedi and Akanji at the back now.
And Zuba there, my boy.
Yeah.
By the way, you've somehow done it again. You're ahead of me. Give me 2 seconds.
Oh, and Vidma is coming on for Kevin and Babu, and he is more of a defensively sound right back, which makes me think it will be 4 at the back for Switzerland. And unfortunately for them, it may be too little too late. As Babu actually in the first half was their greatest creative outlet, but he's off the field now as Rodriguez gives away a foul on the right-hand side, and it'll be a free kick to Italy. And hopefully we'll get Rowan back at some point, and hopefully we'll be relatively level, because I'm not sure what's gone on with his ITV hub, but nothing happened earlier, and he ended up 9 seconds behind. I don't know how it even happened. But Italy, who have been the stars of this European Championships with their performances, have a free kick. It's Insigne, and I think Berardi standing over it. Insigne is going to whip it in with the right foot, and it's a good ball. It's a teasing ball, which will be cleared by the substitute Gavranovic, who was back doing his defensive duties. But I'm pretty sure it'll go to a 4 at the back for Switzerland, and maybe give them something a little bit more going forward, because besides the first 5 minutes of either half, not had a foothold in this game. And unfortunately, the likes of Mbolo have had nothing to feed off, but that should have been an interception on the right-hand side, as it was a poor crossfield pass by Italy. And it should have been intercepted, and it very nearly was by Vidma, but he took a heavy touch, and a danger was averted by Italy. As Rowan still isn't joining me. Maybe it's just a solo watch-along for now. But at the moment, oh, look at this. Ask and you shall receive.
Mate, I've got three streams on the go.
Right.
Because I'm trying to figure out which one is the closest. Because I'm currently on my PC, and Bolo has got the ball. On my iPad, Akanji's just won the ball back. And now Mbolo's got the ball.
What minute are you in?
2 seconds. I'm going to see which device is closest. What minute are you in is the main question.
59, 24, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I'm on 59, 25, 6.
Right, okay.
7.
Do you want me to pause them?
If you want, mate. I could just say how 32, 33, 34.
I'm pausing, don't worry.
35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43.
Right, we're good.
44.
We're good. We are genuinely good now. We're level.
Yeah.
Is Locatelli hitting it into the bottom corner? Absolutely brilliant.
I had my iPad hung upon my monitor. That was 10 seconds behind the PC one. I've got my phone. That was 5 seconds behind the iPad. What are you watching?
What is ITV? No, iPad. Well,
iPad.
Samsung Galaxy Tab.
Same thing.
Same thing.
It's me. It's just me, Kieran. It's just me.
No, I
it's Wi-Fi.
ITV Hub is crap. Like BBC iPlayer is genuinely really good, because it's not. iPlayer's not even a minute behind sometimes. If Shaqiri picks it up and drives, it's his chance, and that's fucking dreadful.
Why?
Go on.
So I know why he's gone for it, but when you're 2-0 down, go for the easier option, because that's ambitious.
Yeah,
it really is.
It's one of them. I think we've said it before. If it goes in, he's a hero, but most of the time, it's not going to go in, and it's been extremely important. That you can tell by them Switzerland fans, they know that it's not going well, but it's dangerous at the back from Bonucci. But he gets the ball away, and now from defence to attack, it's back to 4-on-4.
My God!
And it's a good interception by Vidma, but it's only going to fall as far as Berardi, and it's going to be a bad pass.
Still gets it though.
Yeah, has danger been averted as Italy still probing on the edge of the box. The difference, by the way, from the fact that Switzerland have nobody in the midfield when Italy counter. It is literally the 4 defenders and nobody else.
Just not setting them up to fail, but you really are relying on your centre-backs and your full-backs there to make sure they're defensive structure enough for the pace and the effectiveness of this Italian side. No support for them.
No, it's absolutely unbelievable. And they were all the midfield and the attack were pressing, and it was one pass, a bit of quick movement with the ball, and it's 4-on-4.
Yeah,
and everyone's occupied, which it is true. The 4 at the back will happen, which I thought it would do. Zuber, I think, is probably going to fill in one of the midfield roles. We've not seen him really since. Come on, here he is on the ball now, though, on the left.
Legend.
And he's, that was legendary status stuff from Zuber there. He's been
bless him. He's trying his best, all right.
It was poor from him, and he's actually been given a foul there. I was going to ask what the 2 p.m. game was tomorrow, and I just realised it was Ukraine-Macedonia. So yeah, no one's doing that.
I don't think anyone's doing it. I had a look, and there was only 2 games were missing from match day 2, if I was right, which was Wales and then it was Macedonia.
I knew the Macedonia one. I knew Macedonia was not taken. But to be fair, I want to say I'm not going to say they impressed me, but they weren't they weren't outclassed by Austria, which I think a lot of people were expecting them to be.
Yeah,
it was just late in the game. Austria had the legs and they just a little bit more quality than North Macedonia did, but they did fight valiantly.
Bless him. Goran Pandev is in my fantasy. He can only carry a team so far.
Did you see the other day? Obviously, it was like North Macedonia's first goal at a tournament.
Yeah.
But someone worded it and put Goran Pandev is the youngest player at 37 to ever score.
Which is
why Zuba! No! Zuba! No! And I thought...
how's he missed that? The fucker!
Wait, how are you behind?
How
are you behind?
It's all good.
Were level.
It's all good. You stay where you are. I like the delayed reaction.
We were literally level. How are you behind?
The thing is, it hasn't even buffered or anything.
Yeah, it's Xhaka on the middle of the pitch here, and now it's Shaqiri. Goes to play through Gavranovic, and it's a missed time pass. And I've got to admit, Shaqiri's been poor today. Again.
Yeah, hasn't done anything. Really hasn't. I think even trying to play through Embolo hasn't done well. Shooting hasn't done well. His passes haven't been amazing. It's just been a having game for Xherdan Shaqiri. Yeah,
definitely. And it's back with the Italians who, again, have made one pass out from the back. And it's took about 5 players out the game. Akanji's come out and rushed him. It's a 3-on-3. It's Berardi on the right. He's going to cut in on his left. You know it's what he's going to do. And he did lash it towards goal, but Akanji did get back. I don't know what Akanji's doing there. Everyone's dropping off, and he just rushes out to try and get to the ball. He's
just in a world of his own, and he bless him.
No, and it's harsh because they're looking back at the Zuba chance, which was a good save by the feet of Donnarumma. We were straight at him, but it's a save he should make. As first introduction from a substitute that's really made a difference, because if you look at Gavranovic, he's not really had a chance.
No. At least he has a shot on target. He's texted Donnarumma. And that's what Zuba does. That's how good he is.
You'll know.
I know.
Rowan will know how good
he was. A pillar of my FIFA team.
If Benito Raman, ever plays.
Well, there is a Benito. It's just not my Benito.
No, it's not your Benito.
Which is really sad.
And your Benito. Oh, imagine how sad I was the other day. I was watching Slovakia and they have hardly any talent, and Benez still didn't play.
Jakub Hormoda, thank you.
Mate, I couldn't believe it.
He caused Krychowiak to get sent off. He got Krychowiak's both yellow cards.
Oh, mate, that sending off was harsh.
Oh, it was very harsh.
I thought it was a bit soft.
That's the first yellow I was thinking maybe, but not.
Yeah, I think it's one of them where I think someone said also maybe the ref would acknowledge how soft the first one was, and not give the second one, and maybe give him an extra chance. But I did say 3 guarantees in life: death, taxes, and Krychowiak picking up a booking. He's just that player. He's one of them where if I had to put a bet on someone getting a yellow card, it's him. As Gavranovic, again, just turn around in behind there. As I'm definitely getting far too into this Switzerland side. Are you managed to be anywhere?
You can't watch it live.
Where are you?
I'm on my Xbox, and you can't even watch it on ITV Hub on that. I can watch it, it's alright, because I can watch All Elite Wrestling Dynamite if you fancy.
Yeah, just watch Dynamite Watch Along. Get it in the title, get it in the
Mate,
tabs.
I'm 66 minutes and 23 seconds.
How are you 8 seconds behind?
I don't know, but I kind of enjoy it.
Right, if you want to stay there,
Just leave it.
I'll probably drop out due to Wi-Fi, and then we can be 1 minute and 8 seconds behind, which what would usually be. And there is a ball up the middle, and Bidma's done well to cover that, to be fair.
God.
It's a Kanji deepest layer. You'll see this in a minute, Rowan. It's a great pass by him to the left-hand side.
It's the ITV Hub. When we all did the England game, we were all in sync, apart from maybe 3 seconds.
Well, the problem is all England's games are on ITV now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, genuinely they are.
The thing is, the England games, we're all planning to do it all together. So we'll have like Will on his sketchy USB, 40 seconds ahead of real time.
Sketchy box.
You'll have Josh on his terrestrial TV.
This is the thing. Like, I tried the other day to bring the Virgin box upstairs.
Yeah.
But for some reason, like when you get a Virgin box, it plugs into the aerial, obviously at the top of the thingy or whatever. But you can only use it on one TV because it's that to the place where it plugs in. So I tried bringing it upstairs. It couldn't find it. I need a Freeview telly at this point.
Well, I was going to do the watch along from downstairs, the England one.
Yeah.
And then I realised we'd all be on iPlayer. Because downstairs, luckily. But the thing is, downstairs, I think I'm also going to be behind because we're not connected to an aerial. It's online. But because it's a TV, it's not on iPlayer or anything.
Yeah, mate. It's like when, obviously, I think you were saying the other day you're watching a game, and I think I'd put something, or KD had put something in chat because we were watching on terrestrial. And then you were like, oh, I'll have to shut the chat. Yeah, like, it's so difficult because it's not even it's ITV Hub is like a whole minute behind.
Yeah.
It's not like iPlayer, it's not too bad because you can pause it and you can level.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's Taloy and Chiesa coming on here.
The Brazilian Taloy.
If it is. As Insigne is one of the players coming off, not his greatest game today. He put a great ball in for Chiellini, but he's not needed to be that impressive today. I think Italy have just been in control for most of it. Good performance by him. And
they're also going to back three as well, I think, because if it's Taloy that came on, he did point up 3 fingers.
To be fair, they play 3 anyway, realistically. Like, Di Lorenzo comes from the right into the middle. Spinazzola goes wandering to the left. And Domenico Berardi is going to be the other man taken off for Rafael Taloy. So it probably will likely be 3 centre-backs and 5 at the back. And they're dealing with Switzerland all right, to be honest with you. I think this will be a comfortable win for them again.
Yeah, should be, I think. Comfortable win. Switzerland having testaments. Can't say it's great comedy, and it's great car. Yeah, it is.
This is
40 minutes
absolutely
behind.
brilliant. Yeah.
So this watch is going to go an extra hour because Rowan every second is actually 5 seconds in the game.
This was like when, obviously, we were watching with Josh the other day at the England game, and he's like, "I'm behind again, and I don't know how I'm behind." I'm like, to be fair, Rowan's going to be telling us that there's no changes to the Switzerland lineup soon. There's no changes for tonight's game.
I mean, it's a lovely switch up. Oh, look at Xhaka. Oh, he's nearly giving it away.
Unbelievable. Oh, it's 1-0 Italy. No, Rowan, it's 2, mate. We've actually been... This is the second.
Locatelli's got a second goal.
And I think Gavranovic is offside. Please just learn to be onside, lad. Like, seriously.
I'll see it in a second.
No, this was the problem with him in the opening game. They're just really slow.
It was a nice pass by Mbolo as well.
It was a lovely chest. I can't tell if it was just like a bad touch. And that is an old school Trimford linesman. He looks like old school where everyone used to gel their hair just up.
Oh, that's year 6 disco. What that is. Just your mum gets whacked. It's like this. I can't do it.
When he's not wearing his boots, he's wearing his Astro T90s or his Nike Mercurials.
Wearing chinos as well.
Yeah.
Some awful orange-coloured chinos as well, and then a footy shirt.
Everyone knows the flame shirt. The flame shirt is like the favourite of the school disco. It was. This trip's hard.
You knew how walking up to year 6 disco with like your 50p to buy some 10p sweets.
Oh, and I've got to stop, unfortunately, because Italy were in. You'll tell me what happens in a minute.
Yeah. It was a good block by Ricardo Rodriguez there.
And I tell you what, Switzerland are in again. Surely Zuba is offside. He's picked it up on the left. He will be onside at the moment. It's to the back post. Shaqiri, one more to Vidma. Back to Shaqiri. Flicks it to himself. Volleys it. Good block by the Italian. Oh, it's offside. Thanks.
Yeah.
10 minutes
I'm
late.
about to say, that's the worst. It's awful. Stop. And I know why they do it, because they've got to let play go on. Like, I know, but really, just...
If you're confident, just put it down. You know what I mean?
Because what's the point of referees anymore, isn't it? The assistant linesman, really, if we're being honest.
Oh, because of VAR, I know what you mean. But to be fair, like there was the decision earlier. I think it was. I can't remember which decision it was, but it was one of them where it was like really tight. But fair to the linesman, he got it right.
The play on Paulo.
Yes, that was. Did the ref flag it? He did, yeah.
Yeah, he did. He flagged it late. By the way, I'm watching.
It's 1-on-1. Jan Sommer. It's just past his left-hand side post. It was Chiro Mobile. He was in 1-on-1. Even though he's been the captain tonight, it's done nothing.
No, I mean, if you have Locatelli, you're sorted.
I think one of us does. I think Josh might. Josh might.
Well, of course he will. This is one to watch.
Yeah, true.
But the one time that I do a once to watch, he's done fuck all.
Hey, he played well last week.
He played well last week. MJF has just come out of a limo.
Oh, you're actually watching. AEW.
I was just hoping something had happened.
No,
I've still got the game on.
I think I'm gonna have to go back. My phone's running out of battery. We're on 9%. We're gonna die.
Oh no! How do you watch the game?
We're gonna literally die. I'm gonna miss the end of the game. I've got
the
game on my iPad and my phone on StreamYard. Yeah, my phone's on StreamYard, so it's like my phone's on 9%.
Oh god!
What?
Have you got your charger close?
Yeah, but that's the problem. Do you know when I put it on at half time and I came back crackly? It's because I had to take the earphones out. Because for some reason, some genius decided to make the headphone port in the same place as the charging port. What?
Oh, God.
Oh, I could say so many things about why people shouldn't do that. But seriously, why is the charging port in the same place as the headphone port? Because, you know, I'm not bougie. I don't want AirPods. I like the wire. I like it. Because when I'm walking past a drawer and it connects to a thing and it rips out my ears, I like the pain.
I like the pain of pulling it out of my pocket and unscrambling it. By the way, I buffered again.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Where are you? What minute?
74:05.
Oh, no, you're actually close.
Oh, yeah. I did give it a refresh.
13, 14, 15. You're on about 5 seconds.
Now.
Yeah,
Get in there.
This is quality. Elvedi brings the ball forward, to be fair. And I'm still... I can't get over the fact that, like, you don't have a charging port on a headphone port. It's so stupid. Anyway.
Genuinely, that might be the best ever purchase I've never done of the AirPods, because I could just sit on my phone and watch YouTube and not worry about battery.
Nice. So dumb. And Italy again. It's another 1-on-1. It's across the keeper. It's Immobile. It's a spitting image of the chance he had a couple of minutes ago. And he's gone past the post. And of course it's the week I captain him.
I know. They need to. He just needs to put it on target. The thing is, Sommer genuinely really hasn't been tested this game, apart from maybe the Locatelli chance. But one-on-one, no one has tested him.
And Shaqiri is being replaced by Ruben Vargas, an out-and-out winger. So one side you've got Zuba, who is, you can be a left midfielder at points, you know, maybe. And then Ruben Vargas probably go out to the right and be an actual winger. Augsburg legend, Ruben Vargas.
Yeah, so you love him.
Love's a strong word.
Right now it's Angelico versus Christian Cage. I know you wanted little bits of updates on this.
Yes, of course. Angelico.
By the way, there's some Kyle just said they need to touch that offside no flag rule up.
Yeah, I agree.
With an injury or something else serious happens, it's ridiculous and really irritating. Exactly.
I agree. 100%. Completely agree.
Because it's not even from a fan perspective in terms of it slows the game down. Because I think at the end of the day, fans prefer it if their player is on side. But as you said, all it takes, right, is someone to be offside. They get absolutely cropped, and then the flag goes up. They get injured, have to come off. Bear with you now. As Jorginho will sniff the ball out and another counter-attacking opportunity. Di Lorenzo looking for someone. And for once, I am ahead of Kieran. I am ahead of him. Come on. Which is very effective commentary as well. I realised I hadn't even had commentary on this entire time, which is awful. I mean, the Italian crowd are very loud, in fairness to them. I thought that was a bug. Where is it? I thought that was a bug then. It's not. It's like a picture frame holder. Clear long by Sommer to Embolo to Ruben Vargas. It's a big opportunity. Swiss Embolo can turn, and he has done. In the midfield now to Vargas. Lays it off. Just can't get it out of the feet, Gavrinovic. And it's another counter-attacking opportunity. It's 2 against 3. Tries to play Truro Mobile and Ricardo Rodriguez there. Resilient. Sommer got to be safe, and he does. Gets it through to Manu Akanji. As Nico Barella has gone down injured. Have we found a charger?
Am I still crackly, though?
No, you're good.
I'm sure that'll change. It'll change at some point.
You're fine.
If I get crackly, just let me know. But I had to do emergency changes. As you're right, Barella has gone down.
It's incredible, and the joys of live streaming virtually.
Oh,
how do other YouTubers do these when they're doing it virtually?
They have a studio.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
but we've got a studio. This is technically the same kind of thing. We've got a camera. We've got a mic. Just how do they sync up so easily? They got aerials in the studios they use.
Most of them don't do it via StreamYard, and most of them watch on probably terrestrial TV, or alternatively, they're both watching on the same screen. Usually.
What we need to do, right, is we need to record the game. No, we need to record the game, and then we all watch it, but do a watch on like 3 hours later, acting like as if it's happened now.
Yeah, but I feel like it'd lose its relevance. It's not really relevant.
It's not really relevant, is it?
It's not really relevant, is it?
Well, that's a nice armbar, Kieran. It's a very good armbar.
And as you can see, this game has delved into madness for us because Switzerland, to be fair, have not put any pressure on in terms of a clear-cut chance in this game. And unfortunately for us, it affects the boys.
It does. That's the thing. We can have boring games, but just everything. You know what I mean? You can't stay on sync. And if you do stay on sync, you're great. You're going to get a fucking boring game like this, which is just mental. And you could do solo watch-alongs, yeah. Don't get me wrong. They're all right. But it's nice to talk to someone in a while. Like, you know what I mean? I haven't talked to anyone else apart from my mum. Instead of when I do these watch-alongs. When I did the England watch-along, it was the first time I talked to the boys.
And I'm on mute.
I know. Kieran has to sit on mute because his phone. Oh, it's incredible. Sorry, because we'll get... It's weird because it's such a weird... Oh, he's frozen as well. Oh, no, he's not. He was just really good at stopping his face. But we sat here. There's only 10 minutes left of this game. It's like watching a stop-motion picture with KL. Now, look at these covered in wires. Just leave it there. We'll operate through sign language. If you load up like Google Translate for sign language and then like figure out how to do it.
The worst part of this is oh my god, what's happening? Oh no, am I back? Am I good?
Yeah, I can hear you. Is he okay? You're okay. You're all good.
I'm worried. But no.
You're right. Okay.
What? You said
I'm buffering again. I'm buffering again, that's why. Oh, he's gone. His face is gone. Oh, this might be one of the most scuffed watchalongs. Endings. The first half was okay. I just started losing it at the end. Oh, he's back.
The thing is, this is why I prefer iPlayer. I prefer iPlayer. Yeah. iPlayer's better.
That's it. The thing is, I feel like you and Josh never had any of these problems.
Oh, you weren't there. Opening couple minutes. Jesus Christ.
It's incredible.
At least we've only had one Wi-Fi dropout, which is quite impressive.
That is heroic. What I was going to say is, this was ages ago, but it was when issues started. Did you see the couple? One was an Italian and one was Swiss. And the two Italian with a bunch of Swiss fans. Bless him. I mean, it's good for him.
Yeah, I was going to say, he has nothing to worry. Well, he does have something to worry about, the bunch of Swiss fans. But to be fair to Switzerland, they are breaking forward.
Yeah.
Are they? On your screen? Please tell me they're breaking
forward. Yeah, remember Vargas on the right-hand side. It's just won it back.
No, not anymore. Not anymore. They're not breaking away anymore.
Yeah, but slowing the game down. They're slowing it down so they can go for. Look at Nico Elvedi with his blonde tips.
Right, Roll, what minute are you in?
82nd, and then 24, 25, 26.
How are you 10 seconds behind? How are you 10 seconds?
Oh, it's a good ball. Oh, great hands from Donnarumma there. I'm sorry if people have tried to sync up with me. ITD players rubbish, innit?
I told you. I told you it's crap.
But look at when you do like a solo watch along. When it buffers, it's still shit.
And Immobile has been giving a foul away there. And
yeah,
I'll be honest, annoyingly, because I thought because obviously we don't watch with audio, he could have at least finished the chance, because then I would have been like, 7 points in fantasy. But no, nothing.
Does that count? That should don't even count as a Jan Sommer save.
Oh no, it doesn't. As Remo Freuler has been replaced by Jibril Sow, another one of Owen's legends.
Part of the Frankfurt Swiss connection. Yeah. We need Evan Ndicka to change his nationality and we're set.
Do you know what I thought we might sort at some point was Fashnacks from Young Boys, but we've not seen him today.
Enjoyed sort of a good back end of the season, but not really got a look in. In fairness, as you said, if they don't operate with wingers.
They have done in the second half, though. Since Vidma came on and played like a notorious right back, obviously Mbappe they prefer the right wing back, and bringing on Zuber on the left, who had that one chance, but it's not really filled me with confidence, this Switzerland performance. The first game I was, because they looked really good. This game, they've just... I think it's because of how good Italy have played, to be fair.
Just see Kyle's comment.
Go on.
Never mind 10 seconds. How are you 1 minute and 10... Wait, you watch on terrestrial?
Oh, if he's watching terrestrial... Oh, we can't keep up with this terrestrial.
He's got that fresh antenna connection.
No, I'm buffering. No, we might get level.
No, yes. Come on.
We might get level.
Sal puts the ball in.
No, we're not level. I'm still ahead.
Go Sal. Oh, bless him. Go Sal.
Oh, Elvedi's going to get booked. Oh, someone's down and everything. Do you know what the problem is? I've never wanted a game to end so quickly. Yeah.
The thing is...
I'm upset because I wanted Switzerland to get a performance here as well. Oh, Pessina's coming on. The man that plays... Does he still play for Atalanta?
Spal. I thought it was Spal, wasn't it?
I know. I think he...
I'm thinking of someone else.
Did I loan him? I swear, I thought he played at Atalanta.
That's Theo Pessina. Yeah, he plays for Atalanta.
Oh, right. All right. You made me worry.
I'm going to find out who I run about. Hellas. Wait, no. He played for Hellas Verona this year. No, that was last year. Ignore me. He's gone on a Serie A tour.
Who was you thinking of?
I'm going to have a look now. I was looking at Pessina. Plays for Spal. Lorenzo. Profile. Here we go. We love Transfer Market, by the way.
We do. Transfer Market.
It's so good. I'm thinking of him, maybe. There's a player called Lorenzo Dickman.
Why are you laughing? Rowan, for God's sake.
I don't know who I'm thinking of. Alberto Pelosi, maybe?
Yeah, sure. I'll probably drop out before the end of the stream because I'm on 2%. I'll just let you know now if I just randomly drop off.
I wanted
been
to
a
stay
great
and talk
game.
to you.
No, it's been a great game, guys. It's been really good. I'm
Oh.
still, but watch it. Like I'll drop out because my battery's died. But then, in the last 2 minutes of the game, Switzerland make a 2-0 comeback,
That'd
and
be
I
incredible.
won't be able to be here to like celebrate.
And I'd be a minute and 10 seconds behind Kyle, knowing that the comebacks happened.
As Chiesa has clawed Vidmer in the face there. That's not what I meant. I was meant to say horrendous. I was meant to say horrendous. And I ended up nearly saying tremendous. Great play. Love it.
Great play. Gets right in the eyes. As I think Christian won the match over in AEW.
Wait, is Christian actually... Does he wrestle week in, week out, Christian?
Yeah, he's in a feud with Matt Hardy.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Are we in like... I feel like I'm living in 1990s.
Prime WWE in the late 90s, early 2000s.
I was going to say, I think it's
TLC.
actually probably more likely to be earlier 2000s. It's back at Donnarumma, and it's a shame. This second half, I think I told you, I think that goal really did knock the wind out of Switzerland. I really think it did.
Yeah. Do you know when people ask these big YouTubers when they're doing watch-alongs like, oh, why didn't you do Italy, Switzerland? Great game. Great, two really good teams. I think this is why.
No, it's not been an awful game.
No.
It's just the fact that Italy have been in cruise control since the open scoring. Should have had 3, obviously, the handball. But then that goal in the second half just killed Switzerland off. I think they had the tails up to begin the half, and that just completely stopped it.
100%. I mean, Locatelli's on for his third.
He's been subbed off.
Oh, did he get taken off?
Oh, he's in! What a hit! From Immobile! Yes! Fantasy points!
Oh, what a hit! Oh, Sommer should be doing better there.
He should.
Oh.
He's my fantasy.
I mean, yes. Yeah, God. Good. What a finish, by the way.
Yeah!
By Ciro Immobile. Kieran's loving it. You can't tell. Richard Branson's telling him off.
I know. I think I didn't want to celebrate.
Celebrate?
But...
Why? Because Switzerland are losing 3-0. And Jan Sommer should have probably stopped.
No, because you're behind.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely the reason.
He should have stopped that.
He should have. He got hands to it as well. I mean, fair play, Mobley gets so much power in the shot. I'll see it better from this angle. No, he should be doing better there. He really should. A player of a top 5 Bundesliga caliber as well. So he really should be finished saving that. Maybe Karius has popped up to 5th on loop.
Didn't look.
Oh, got to ball off.
It's not Karius. Not Karius.
I know it's not Karius.
Karius is in my top 5 for football manager purposes.
He was a hero for you. Oh, if I could have Unai Simon from the Southampton save. Why has he played that? But I know I'm behind you. But that is just such a poor ball to Zuba. As we've lost KL, I think battery is gone. The battery has gone for KL. His hopes and dreams. I've lost my phone. I put my phone somewhere. Where's it gone? By the way, whoever has stayed for this watch along, thank you. And why are you still here? That's okay. I don't know where my phone is to see if Kieran is telling us he's gone, but I presume he's gone. Is it on the floor? Oh, it's on the floor. It's down here. As this fuck me, there's 3 minutes at a time. And I don't know why. But Italy, looking like they're going to finish another Euro game with a 3-0 win. As I'm going to move here, it's a bit more of a better seat for the game. And they're coming again here. Laid off. Immobile can't win it back. Well won back by Djibril Sow. Can Switzerland get a cut? No, they can't. Ball runs well back. Well. Jorginho to Di Lorenzo. Rafael Toloi plays with Jorginho. And Italy's going to cruise. Yeah, I did get a message from Kieran saying Thorne has died. But what an absolute hero he was. What an utter hero. he put up. We both put up with it, but he put up with the Richard Branson. He put up with the me just being so out of sync with ITV Player. I'll move the mic more. Not long left. 1 minute. We'll put the leg up here. Oh, you see a bit of leg. It's all right. We've been treated to a bit of leg by Josh quite a lot of the time as well on these watch-alongs. Zuba, though, puts the ball in, well blocked. And it's still with Stefan Zuba. 2 Italian men on him. Good cross in. Donnarumma fails to punch. Real Donald and Bolo now. Poor pass. Deshibriel Sa, what a hit. What a hit. But Ciro Immobile, 2 goals in 2 matches. If you've got him in the Euro Fantasy, you are set here. You are really set. And look at the goal. The stop. Stops the ball in his tracks. Puts it to where he wants it. Puts it in that bottom right. An incredible finish from one of the world's best strikers right now. Obviously, had an incredible season with Lazio, and he's having it right now with Italy. Second goal, as we see in another Swiss and Italian contingent couple there. 30 seconds left. Can Switzerland get... Oh, Brock Anderson's on the TV. And Cody Roses as well. Brildan and Bolo, though. To Jibril Sow. To his Frankfurt compatriot, Zuba. Zuba tries to play a ball. It's a good ball. Finds Bolo. And Bolo tries to take it past Rafael Toloi. And brave defending by the Italian, but the Brazil man. And there is 2 seconds left. We would expect the whistle to blow, not the day he would have wanted that Swiss fan. The game finishes 3-0 to Switzerland. This is what's coming up on the Sports Corner YouTube channel. Finland versus Russia in Group B. That was me. What a boring game. 1-0. Italy, Switzerland. Italy become 3-0 victors in this game. It was a shambolic watch-along, but we got there. Now tomorrow, Josh live at 10-5 with Denmark versus Belgium. Then in Group B, big things to play for Denmark. Then KL will be live at 10-8 for Netherlands, Austria in Group C. Then I'll be live at 5-2 on the 18th of June for Sweden versus Slovakia in that Group E game. Should be very interesting. Now, thank you to everyone in this watch-along. If you are still here, thank you, that tuned in. Because, my God, thank you, Kyle, because that was a shambolic watch-along. Thank you very much. And don't forget to join Josh tomorrow. Peace.